Our New Jersey stops continue, and leading trainer Ron Burke has a barn full heading into 2024, highlighted by his star trotting colt, TCI. We talk with Burke about TCI and others as our 2024 Top Contenders rolls on.
So, Ronnie, thanks so much. So we made our way to New Jersey, and we stopped by and saw a couple superstars. The feature horse that we, of course, wanted to touch on is your star trotting colt last year, TCI. I mean, the big things TCI did last year, I mean, to be the first 2-year-old to go over $1 million certainly was special. And you've had a lot of great horses, but I know this one's probably holding a special place in your heart.
Yeah, he's probably the most intelligent horse I've ever had trained. He learns quicker and just seems to understand what we want from him better than any horse I've ever had.
Now, going through last year, of course, taking the Mohawk Million, the Peter Houghton, the Wellwood, and, of course, dominating there in Pennsylvania, you think you knew this time last year that you had a good horse on your hands, or did he kind of surprise you as the year went on?
We knew he was a good horse. He did surprise us. We've trained down, I would say, trotters that I thought were better than him, but I didn't realized it's because he was just so calm at all times that he, was just doing what we were asking. And that continued on as far as we went. Whatever we asked him, and he just did it. So, we knew he was a very good horse, but, was he that horse? No, we were surprised.
It came down to the wire there at the end of the year, of course. It was battle back and forth between him and Carl. I would love to see this rematch come back for 2024, and I hope we certainly do, right?
They both had different years last year. Carl kind of stayed home and, protected home turf and didn't have as many races, and we kind of took on the world and went everywhere. And, I got to hope that that's what caught up with us. He had a bad weekend of the Breeders' Crown. But, the other thing is the other horse is a once-in-a-lifetime horse, too, I'm afraid. So, that's the thing is I think, Nancy's going to have maybe her best trotter ever, and maybe I'm going to have my best trotter ever. It's just we're going to have to hope that, my best trotter is better than her best trotter. But we'll see. I'm very impressed with Carl, too. I mean, that's a great horse.
Last year at this time, we made a sub out and we were kind of featuring a Celebrity Bambino, which, that was your big hopeful. And, of course, we went into the Hambletonian last year with Hambletonian hopes of him. Is there any comparison between TCI and Celebrity Bambino?
He's a better horse than Bambino at this point in their careers for sure. The thing is, I thought last year there was an opportunity. I didn't think that those 3-year-olds last year were as good as this year's 3-year-olds are going to be. So, you have to beat who you race against, not who was last year. So, it's funny, I have a better horse, but I think I even need to even have a better horse, maybe to win it. So we'll see.
Watching him train here in New Jersey, he just looks super. I mean, if you want to hear a couple characteristics in the spring, sharp, crisp, I think he checks both of those boxes coming into this 3-year-old year.
We'll now start tightening those screws down and get ready. But, that's the one thing that, I've learned, in years earlier, I was always too ready, too quick with them. Now I get it. You got to be ready on August, and, the things before, not as important because there's still a lot of stuff even after. So, you want to be sharp on August and then sharp for the rest of the year.
Let's moving on to the pacing, Chai. Just a few stars to talk about. We'll talk, of course, My Girl EJ, your 2-year-old taking the Breeders' Crown for 2-year-old filly Pacers last year. Now, she battled Geocentric. She's another one. You got a great pacing filly like My Girl EJ, and, of course, then Geocentric comes along. But you said you would have taken her all year, and she showed that in October.
Yeah, I still wouldn't switch them. I think my filly's the best, and I know they feel that, they do too, and, they're both sweet loose, so I take pride in both of them, but my filly, she can do everything. She can do any size track. She can race any size trip. That's a good horse. She's going to do good things this year.
One thing about the Burke Brigade, those horses coming back for 2 to 3, I think if there's anything you guys do well is bringing them back 2 to 3, and, of course, then 3 to 4 are onwards and keeping them going. So many familiar faces that I see when I walk through the barn here. You guys just have the longevity of keeping them going through their career.
Fit horses don't break down. Soft horses break down. So, it's something we do take pleasure and pride in, the fact that we keep horses going for a long time. And I think it's because, we take good care of them, but we ask a lot of them. And, I think they, become hardened and toughened.
Well, Ronnie, we're certainly glad to be seeing you back here in 2024. And it might be a little bit of a slow start at the beginning of the year, but it's going to speed up for you real quick. But thank you so much for your time, and I'm sure we'll be chatting again real soon.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.